is a logical compound statement in which a statement P, called an antecedent, implies a statement Q, called a consequent. Okay, so P implies Q. In other words, it's an if-then statement. Okay, it's an if P, then Q statement. Okay, so for an if-then statement, or an implication, or conditional, we need to look at when such a statement is true. So we're going to look at this simple example right here. Suppose I tell my son, if you clean your room, then we will go get ice cream cones. So this is a conditional, all right? He knows that if he cleans his room, then he's going to get ice cream cones, okay? So here we have the first two columns of our truth table, okay, the possible ways that those two basic statements of him cleaning his room and getting ice cream cones could be true or false. This statement here, this P implies Q. That arrow is the implication, the conditional. Okay, this is if P, then Q. We want to determine if that statement, okay, what I told my son, we want to determine if it's true in each of these statements. So let's look at this first one, okay. True, true. This means that P is true. In other words, my son cleaned his room. Q is true, which means we got ice cream cones. In that situation, I told the truth. He cleaned his room and we went and got ice cream cones. This next condition, or this next combination, we've got P is true, so he cleaned his room, and Q is false. We did not get ice cream cones. In that situation, I lied, so that statement that I said was false. I'm going to skip this next one because it's the harder one to wrap our heads around. And look at the last one real quick. False, false. So P is false. He did not clean his room. And false, we did not get ice cream cones. Well, in that situation, I was under no obligation, of course, because he didn't clean his room. So I still told the truth. I just was not obligated to get ice cream cones. Now, this third row is the one that sometimes will trip people up. P is false, so he did not clean his room. But Q is true. We did go get ice cream cones. Now, in this situation, we want to know if my statement here was true or false. Now, I told him, if you clean your room, we will go get ice cream cones. He didn't clean his room, but I still decided to go get ice cream cones. In that situation, I did not lie. I still told the truth. I just didn't tell him that there were other ways to get ice cream cones. Maybe he did something else really nice. Maybe he did the dishes, or maybe I was just feeling in a really good mood, or maybe I just really wanted ice cream. Okay, there are other ways that we could get ice cream cones. So I didn't lie here. I still told the truth. So this is how you construct a truth table for a conditional, all right? The only way that a conditional is false is if the antecedent is true and the consequent is false.